small guns.
Yeah.
And small guns is tagged, stuff like that. So
Okay.
basically, I have a big minigun I haven't used yet, so that's what I'm.
We're back with session 40 of Fallout Texas Rising. The players are leveling up right now. We held off last week last session because I wanted to get some of the Settlers Guide stuff in there available for them in case they wanted it. So they'll be working on that here for a few minutes. But since it has been a couple of weeks, while you guys are working on it, I'm going to kind of recap where we're at a little bit here. The last couple of sessions we've had, you guys went up to the secret vault. You discovered a way in. You got down so many levels and discovered that you had to get power to get further down. So you went back out and you found a power plant, negotiated a deal with the the Red River Company group that was there and got power to the secret vault. Only to discover that it was full of robots and one mad scientist. And you narrowly escaped, or handedly escaped, depending on your point of view. After that, you do have a lead on Jammer. The Brotherhood members at Ravenwatch have been able to identify the vertibird that landed near Carbon at the time you said Jammer left, and they have tracked it to a location further south that they believe is a possible Enclave bunker. However, before you got to really look into that or go off on any other adventure, citizens from Raven's Nest came asking for help, and you have now encountered a new mutated creature in the Texas wasteland. The Phantom Stalker, as the locals are calling it. You now have, at this point, you have the ability to go after Jammer. You can track these new Phantom Stalkers to try and figure out where they're coming from, what has caused them to emerge now. And at one point, somebody was talking about trying to go back to the secret vault for something. And of course, there's you got the job boards at all the other locations. You could just go spend some time in one of the settlements or whatever else you would like to do. But your three main things are like part of your main quests or main quest lines is Jammer, the Phantom Stalkers. Well, actually, Jammer's technically part of 3 different main quests right now. So I had my numbers wrong in the wrong way. Yeah, the quest tracking Jammer down. You're doing that both for the Brotherhood and for Crockett's men and for yourselves, because he kind of tricked you guys at one point, or at least that's Slash's interpretation of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would vote, or Slash would vote for the local trouble first, though he is chomping at the bit to find his old buddy there, Jammer. I don't know what the rest of y'all guys are thinking. Remind me exactly, did we run into these creatures, or is this something that...
No, you had the battle in Raven's Watch against the Phantom Stalkers.
Well, in Raven's Nest,
Raven's Nest, my bad.
Okay.
They'd have had a fun time trying to get into Raven's Watch.
Yeah.
At least I hope so.
If I remember correctly, was it Eugene who lost your headlamp?
I believe we both did.
Did you, both of you did?
Yeah, I
I believe that got... They did target those, yes.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah. It was all about the light. Yes, I remember now. Okay. They're more powerful in the darkness. Yes. Okay, I remember. It's invasive.
How are the level ups going?
I wanted to get evasive, but it doesn't work with power armor. Maybe I should get evasive.
Yeah. I got another level of size matters.
Is that for big gun?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, heavy weapon. So.
Okay, Master, I can't see it right now. Do you see what my endurance level is? Do you know?
Your endurance is 7.
Ooh, nice. Life giver, give me some more hit points.
Sounds smart.
All right. What's that put me at? Where's it? 34. Ooh, goodness. All right, so yeah, we got a little bit of repair work here to do.
Yeah.
Not much, though. I'm just a few hit points down on a few things. Well, how much? What was it take to repair? Just general wounds on the power armor. See if I can.
So they don't find anything specific about power armor, but I think it's just going to be regular repair skill.
I think there was some kind of cost, like junk or materials or
there'll be
that's
junk
okay.
Used in the process. Oh, and by the way, everybody needs to take their fusion core charges down by 1. There we go, power armor station. Systems plating, but not repairing.
There was some cost the last time you found it somewhere, or somebody found it.
Yeah, I know, but now I'm like, where did it go? I thought I would remember it.
Well, it has been a moment, so.
It has.
Life intervened, yes. Let's see if I can chase around.
That's right, I used a flare. I forgot about that. Yeah.
You used the flare.
Yeah. That's what I was like. Oh yeah, I remember. I used the flare during the combat. That's right.
Let's see. And strength, sealed environment. Do not regain hit points naturally. Must be repaired in the same way as robots. Page 34. Power armor affected by any effect which targets or affects machines or robot. Okay.
Repaired in the same way as robots.
It's 34 or something.
Healing robots. Robots and other machines cannot recover injuries naturally, require maintenance. First aid, suit of power armor, or other large machine like a vehicle requires intelligence repair test. DC 2. This increases by +1 for each injury. Machine suffered. Passing the test restores health equal to your repair rating. Treats an injury or stabilizes dying machine. Machines cannot use chems, though repair kit functions for machines that impacts do for living characters. Machines cannot heal through normal means. Outside of combat, hours work damage restores HP equal to twice repair's repair skill rating. Yeah.
Alright.
Doesn't have a cost.
What page was that?
That was 34 in the core rulebook. Sidebar.
Oh, that's my other computer. That's why. Let's see. I forgot. How were y'all able to give me that? I have it on my other computer, but I don't have it on this computer. The PDF for the handbook.
Should be a link in Discord.
Okay, thanks. Let's see.
It's buried. I can send it to you.
Thanks.
That does not really like.
Doesn't give costs and such. No.
No. So I think we came up with our own thing. Because there is a robot repair kit. So yeah, there's a robot repair kit in items that you would use instead of a stim pack.
Okay.
Used to raise applied to take Kim minor action, healing 4 HP or trigger injury immediately.
Do you have the date on this? Sorry, Eugene.
No.
Keep going.
I'll just read to myself.
Sorry.
So power armor doesn't take injuries. That's where this sidebar is confusing because it talks about injuries and everything, but power armor doesn't take injuries, so there's no dealing with injuries on power armor. So if you have a robot repair kit, it can be used to repair 4 HP to a piece of power armor. using the repair skill instead of the first aid skill. If you do not have a robot repair kit, then we're going to use 5 junk. Because something has to go in there to, like, the repair kit is something that already has, like, the extra metal pieces to fuse onto the power armor and such. So it's, when it gets consumed, it does the repair. But if you don't have that, then you do have to use something to actually repair the armor. So we'll say, actually, we'll go with the rarity of the armor piece. And whatever the rarity is, that's how many pieces of junk you need to use. And the difficulty will be 2, and the skill is repair. Does that sound good?
Do that again. I'm sorry.
Pay attention.
I know. Sorry, Bob.
So, if you have a repair kit, a robot repair kit, those will work on power armor. They will heal 4 HP to any 1 armor piece.
Okay.
If you do not have the repair kit, then you must use junk equal to the power armor piece's rarity to heal 4 HP on it. And the skill in both cases is repair. And then there is, of course, if you're just using, well, no, hang on, healing. Look at this again. Robots, turn to first aid. No, what I said is going to stand because it's power armor.
Yep. So power armor rarity times, what was that, 4 again?
No.
Oh.
Whatever the rarity is the number of junk that you have to use
Per hit point?
per 4 hit points.
Oh.
So if it's rarity 1, then 1 piece of junk will heal 4 hit points on the power armor piece. If it's rarity 3, then it requires 3 junk to repair 4 HP.
Okay. All right.
Now, when healing robots, your repair skill, the higher it is, the more health it heals. Is there any way we can do, like, maybe plus half your repair skill or something to that 4 if we're working on it without the repair kit?
So that's why I went back and was looking at and was getting ready to change.
How much does a robot repair kit cost?
Y'all haven't found any, so you don't know.
Well, how about what I'm trying to do is trying to keep the repair kit and the junk kind of a, like.
Their base cost is 48 caps.
Okay.
I'm trying to think about it, Eugene, because like the sticking point for me, I suppose, is with a human, you are performing the first aid action, and I mean you're going to rip a piece of clothing to create a bandage if you don't have bandages. So that's where your skill comes in, to heal more than just throwing a stim pack at them. With robots, other machines, and power armor, can you really make a piece of metal go further without making it too thin to where it's not providing as much protection?
I can see that logic, especially with the robots are a lot more intricate This is
Mhm.
where the extra repair skill is taking place. But if we're repairing just plates on a power armor,
Yeah. So that's where I'm like, the robot, you are like, they're damaged. It could be like you're splashing wires, and that's where the skill and extra hit points and everything comes from. But with the power armor, it's just straight up. It's a metal plate.
that's fair. And I mean, my high repair skill will just mean that I got this. Don't worry, it's going to get fixed.
Yeah. So your repair skill still comes into play with the roll to get the successes.
Right. I got to generate that AP.
I tell you what. I'll kind of do it in a little bit of reverse. It still kind of goes against the whole idea of like it's just a metal plate being put on there. But no, actually no. I just had the idea. You can do it. We'll do it the way the thing says. So your successes, passing test restores health points equal to repair rating. Okay, so that's saying you get the restore HP equal to repair rating. It doesn't say anything about 4, so I'm putting the 4 in there. I'll let you guys choose.
I think we need to increase the junk per hit point ratio. Because you're saying 1 junk is 4 HP. I think that's
depending on the rarity of the armor.
correct.
There's no power armor that's rarity 1.
So it would take 2 pieces of junk for 4 hit points. Is basically
Yeah.
what you're trying to say.
Yeah. So here's what you can do. I'll let you guys choose. I have 2 ideas. One is very close to the healing robots. So you would use your intelligence repair skill, and you would use 1 piece of junk, and you get to heal based on your repair skill if you succeed at the roll. And what this is, narratively, this is your repair skill. It gives you the ability to mold that piece of metal around the frame correctly. And we're not stretching the metal to go further or anything like that. It's just molding around the frame correctly so it covers up the right areas. Because it could be you're out in the field and you got a big flat piece of metal and you slap it onto power armor. Well, if it's not molded correctly, it still has a lot of gaps in there, right? So your repair skill lets you mold it correctly and you get more HP out of that because it's molded correctly around the gaps. Or we can go with the fully customized house rule of you're just going to have the repair roll of difficulty 2, and then you're going to use however many. The rarity of the power armor will determine how much junk you have to use. So it's 1 junk plus your roll, which means what is your skill in repair, Eugene?
It's a 6.
6. So you'd get more out of that one right now than you would out of the fully customized one. Although early, if you guys are like level starting out, then the customized house will be better for you. But with him being at repair 6, I guess it's slightly modified because I can't see you guys doing this without any scrap junk to use. So that's the only part I'm adding to the healing robots section is you got to use some junk to do this.
Yeah, either a robot repair kit or junk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the robot repair kit's a quick, 4 HP or in combat, whereas repairing it's going to take an hour per piece.
Yeah, the repair. Yeah, absolutely. The repair kit is like a pre-made. You're at base. You're creating these. Oh, that's something you guys could do. You can make your own repair kits. But you're at base and you're like, all right, Slash's shoulder gets hit a lot, so let's make a couple of repair kits that are already pre-formed for his shoulder. That kind of thing. I wouldn't make you be that specific about it unless you want to.
Right.
That's the idea.
Negative. Yeah.
How about the first one?
Yeah, I think that would. And just so you know, if we have, I am planning other Fallout campaigns, starting fresh, new characters and everything. So going with this first one, that means those campaigns will also use that first, slightly modified, where it's exactly the same as a regular first aid, except we're going to use up a piece of junk to get it done. So you're affecting future campaigns.
I do think that would be good, because then, like you said, as you level up in other campaigns, somebody picks your repair skill who's wearing power armor, they know, okay, I'm going to be a little bit better now.
Yep.
To getting that armor back up.
Yep.
And also, I have a repair skill, so if like Eugene is out somehow, knocked out or incapacitated, or we both need to slap on some armor real quick, or as quick as we can, then I would have my repair skill and he'd have his repair skill. And I'm sure Uncle Jack has a repair skill. So.
Yeah. With the first option, you definitely have better compounding returns than with the static. It's 4 HP. So, all right.
You could increase the junk cost.
Yeah, I'm good with the junk going back to the amount of junk depends on the rarity of the heats.
So always depends on the rarity of it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I
then
can do that.
the amount of HP you heal is based on repair. Being able to repair it is based on, how much junk you got on you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Now, hang on. Because that wouldn't really make sense. Because what if you have... So I'm looking at Jack's power armor right now. He's got... most of his is kind of like gone.
In pieces.
Yeah, but it's like you would use the rarity. So we're going to take his torso, for example. I don't know what the rarity of his torso is. Let's say it's rarity 3. I can't justify forcing you to spend 3 rarity to repair only 6 HP out of the 18.
Yeah, you
So-
just equal to the 1. And
Well, I'm not sure if it's necessarily 1.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm saying, what was the cost of a robot repair kit? If a robot repair kit just bang heals 4,
Yeah.
so not that a repair kit, the junk to repair kit shouldn't be as much, because junk takes a while to, it's going to take that hour to do, where a repair kit is like bang, 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 kind of, right?
Yeah. Okay, I
Much
got
quicker.
it. I got it. If the person performing the repair does not have the skill tagged, then it is the rarity of the armor. If they have it tagged, it's half the rarity of the armor, rounded. I'm going to roll a d4. Odd is up, even is down. Rounded down. So if you're tagged, rounded down. If you're not tagged, the rarity of the armor. And now it's time to put this into a note.
Right?
I'm sure Eugene's got me beat in so many ways with this, but from rules as written, I could maybe get 12 points of damage fixed. If I succeed. Or no, actually it's
No.
only 3, because the times 4 is the hour long, no, it's the first aid version, so, yeah, still.
I think the Mount Heal is just the flat repair skill now that we agreed on.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
What does it say 0? It's interesting. Does that mean
Is it trying to count the number of successes?
I think so.
Apparently it is.
Huh.
Yeah, it's trying to count the number of successes there. What did you roll a skill?
I rolled repair skill.
So yeah, the 0.
And my target number is 11. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I want to do that again.
Okay.
Just to
Nice.
Nice. It shows me how many successes I got.
Yeah, they've changed the format.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
That's going to take some getting used to. Because I
It's
don't
gonna take.
I don't remember exactly how the old one was, but I was so used to it, and it's like this is less text, isn't it? That's what it is. They've condensed it.
Yeah, but it also gives you, the dice and the amount of successes on your roll. So you can, by color, go, okay, I got that. But I guess somebody wanted that there. I guess if I had it tagged, let's see if I can get.
Oh, ouch.
Ooh, and it shows one complication. There we go. So I got a yellow and a green, so that gives me 3.
Yeah.
So, and then they'll. I wonder if you can grab the complication. No. Okay.
Anyways.
Okay, here we go. So, with the power armor repair house rule, house rules is the name of the note. Power armor repair. Untagged repair skill requires junk equal to rarity of armor, then a standard robot repair roll. Tagged repair skill requires junk equal to half rarity of armor rounded down, then standard robot repair roll.
Put page 34 in your notes, so that way we have, remember to go back and look at that if we forget.
Yeah.
But I hardly use the book anymore because I got the reference manual inside of Fantasy Grounds, so page numbers don't help me.
Okay.
I'll make that.
How about
there we go.
can you modify that note and maybe you could go and copy and paste?
What am I copying and pasting to?
Well, basically, the specifics of that rule. That way,
Well, I got the page number in there for anybody that's using it. Otherwise, I can go to the reference manual and look up robot repair in the search bar.
Okay, all right.
And get it
Cool.
immediately.
As long as it's easily accessed, that's all I'm trying to help. That's all I'm trying to help with. That's all.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the difficulty is 2.
Yeah, difficulty is always 2. That's the same with doing first aid.
Do you have you have something to cut that?
Well, here's a quick suggestion.
Do you have a perk that cuts that?
Yeah, I've got items. I've got the electrical kit if I need, and then the multi-tool.
Okay.
But either of them it dropped by 1.
Okay, I remember you having something. I just couldn't remember what it was. So.
All right. If the party decides, you can spend a day at Ravenwatch and just heal up both physical body and power armor without having to make any rolls right now, and without having to use a ton of junk because you're there at a facility that is already churning out the tools and parts necessary.
Yeah.
They can't create new power armor because power armor frame is much more complex than the armor itself.
Yeah.
But if you're at Ravenwatch and you spend a day there, then I will not make you expend any resources or make rolls.
Alright. I'm more than happy to do that.
Yeah. Where are we at? Physically, I can't remember exactly.
You're either still at Raven's Nest or you've already gone back to Ravenwatch. So
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think we didn't quite have enough time to just wander off, but we were planning on heading back to Ravenwatch at least to let them know, hey, there's this new critter running around.
Yeah. Did we? I think I remember. Did we grab one of those carcasses?
you did a thorough examination of one.
Right.
Oh, yeah, need to look into that.
We're pretty banged up. Shall we head back?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll hop in the truck this time.
Not too far off from home.
Yeah, now you're not even a day's walk back to Ravenwatch there.
Did we take one of the vehicles? Can't remember.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
did. Sign
remember.
up for running behind it.
Okay, because you were not going to get out of your power armor.
Yeah.
Taking their charge with your fusion core. You're going to be using up more fusion core charges that way. I'll have to remember
And
that.
that's why I went to power user. Each of my cores have 13 charges.
Nice.
All right, so let's make sure everybody's all patched up here. Power armors are all at 0 wounds. Your headlamps, those of you that lost your headlamps, those would be good to go as well. And so you spend a day at Ravenwatch. During that day, you do receive a report from Raven's Nest, letting you know how they're doing. You look at the report, and it's kind of a little more like, this is more detail than we usually get from our friendly settlements, after we've helped them or anything like that. And it tells you their population, how much food they have, water,
Their allies.
power, defense, and how many beds they got. There is another section that is like buildings, but it just has a note there. We're assessing the buildings, trying to see what we still have available. We'll get you another report when we figure out what buildings are still working and what repairs need to be made. And then there's a small note next to the water. It's kind of circled and a line drawn out to another note that says, since Ravenwatch is back up and running, the river that comes down from you guys is providing us with plenty of water. Though this does concern us slightly if the word gets out that raiders may come to try and take it. And the letter's kind of just addressed to the group in general, not to any one of you in particular, but just the group in general.
So I see here, there's 3 people, 2 food, 100 water, 0 power, 1 defense, 5 beds. Has a happiness of 0 and a reputation of 5, and then income 0. And then that's all I have. I don't know if there's anything else. Okay,
Yeah,
all right. Just wanted to make sure.
That's it.
Okay. And then the only thing that's clickable is, or not exactly clickable, next to reputation is a exclamation, and it says we're allied.
Yeah, your actions for them, both like you got Raven Watch up and running, which provided Raven's Nest with a good water supply, and then your actions the other night against the, coming in as soon as you heard about it and assisting them with the Phantom Stalkers has earned you that alliance.
Okay.
Yay.
So,
Okay. Let's see.
what shall you do?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Weren't we gonna try and head to investigate where Jammer wandered off to? Or we think we might have heard where Jammer's wandered off to?
So Game Master, was there anything else with these the shadow creatures? I forgot their name again.
Phantom Stalkers.
Yes.
Phantom Stalkers. Is there anything else going on with the Stalkers?
Yes, Raven's Nest has asked that you, try and track down where they're coming from. They say that they've heard stories about these creatures, or at least creatures that sound like them, from other, small settlements around. The larger, I suppose, really they could be called cities at this point, have not had any reports of them, but all of the minor settlements in the area have reported it. There have been caravans that have gone missing, and not just at the same rate as was happening before, but a slightly increased rate now. And when search parties have gone out, those caravans, like the wagons and the carcasses of the Brahmin and abandoned gear has been found, whereas before caravans just went completely missing, like no trace. But now there's a mixture of caravans gone completely missing and other caravans, like they're finding the remains of some of the people, the Brahmin, and of course the gear is all just left behind as well.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there is, find them. And you guys were aware of some tracks that you could possibly try and go after.
Well, I mean, I really want to go find so-and-so because I need to have a conversation with him, but I don't feel good just leaving the people to slaughter. So, what do you say, Jack?
I think we should hunt we'll see if we can find these things. Though, if we run across where we think we've heard Jammer might not be a bad idea to have a conversation with him if we can find him.
Yeah, I got some jamming to do myself. In fact, I think Eugene, can you make me a shotgun?
Oh no.
I'm a little busier repairing the armor right now. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. We'll what do they say? We'll couch that, table that. Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
I'd forgotten these things look like Wile E. Coyote's evil cousin.
Well, the flares seem to do good. Y'all have flare guns? I got one. Let's see. How do I find is that shops? Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I got it. Raven Watch. Yeah. Okay. There's flare. Let's see flare gun. Okay.
Well, the flare gun uses the flares.
Right. But I didn't see a flare gun in our inventory at
You
Raven Watch.
You have a flare gun.
I do. I just wondered if anybody else had one. That's all.
No, I only gave y'all one flare gun when you found Raven Watch.
Do you have, Eugene, a deluxe toolkit? I'm sorry?
I do.
Okay, all right. There's one here, so I just wanted to make sure. And then, is your multi-tool... Oh, we traded multi... Oh, there's a ton of multi-tools here. So, what was yours broken, or was that fixed? I couldn't remember.
Yeah, the wire strippers are shot on those. So if you need if you need to repair anything with it that needs wire stripping, you got to use a knife.
Okay, all right. There's 49 multi-tools here. If you want one.
Neither one.
Yeah. Do you know how the shops work? Go over to the tab on the right. Yeah. There's a tab on the right for shops, and then Raven Watch. Multi-tool. Okay, I've got one. All right, sweet. Is there a robot repair kit?
I don't think so.
I don't see one. Darn. Okay. So were you saying that we could construct robot repair kits?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay. Do you want to come up with blah?
Well, that's already there. So it's going to require a chemistry station. Its complexity is 4, so that makes the difficulty is 4. The materials required is rare materials, fusion cell 4, 2 rare materials, 4 fusion cells, 2 uncommon materials, and 1 common material. The skill is science, and it's rarity, it's common. That doesn't matter. So, if you got all the materials, and you got somebody with a science skill, and you think you can hit 4 successes, or if you have anything that will reduce the difficulty, yeah, you can make it.
Oh, 4 fusion cells?
4 fusion cells, yeah.
Oh, fusion cells. Okay, not cores. Okay,
Not
okay.
cores, no.
None of those
Okay.
cores.
Yeah, we have some fusion cells here on base. Whew. I scared myself. I'm like,
Have you got
nah.
rare materials, uncommon materials, and common materials?
We did like a workshop the other week, and I don't know if we where we broke down a bunch of junk. I don't remember. Yeah, we have 73 rare. $167 common. Because we spent like a day and 10 hours like breaking down a bunch of junk. Yeah, so and that's what came out of that. Some rare and some common material. And what's the other? There are three types of material? Uncommon.
96 in
Ooh,
rifle launch.
see that, yeah. Game Master, is there a way you can edit the name of those uncommon, common, and whatever, and put like 1, 2, 3 in front of it so it's on the top of the list?
I will see if I can. I don't know. Shops has not been updated in a while, so it's having some issues with current
Right.
version. But I will
Okay.
try. That does seem just nobody else be making changes to it, because that's another thing about shops is only one person can edit it at a time.
Yeah.
And there was the common. There's common. All right, so that didn't. I'm gonna have to put a 0 in front of each of them. See if that didn't work either.
Okay.
So they're almost correct. I can get them next to each other. They're just not at the top, because you got the .308, .38, etc. that gets sorted at the top alphabetically, and then 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3 is your common, uncommon, and rare materials now.
Okay. Let's see, where is it? Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
hmm Now, I don't know if that will stick. That could get wiped next time the shops load up.
Understood.
And Eugene's ammo is glitching again.
Yeah, I tried to change it because it said I only had 8, and I think I had like around 90.
Okay. I will see what I can do here. What ammo is that?
Fusion cell.
Fusion cell. Okay. All right, where did you try to change it at?
Just in my inventory.
In the inventory or in the combat tab?
In the inventory tab.
In the inventory tab, okay. Because there was a speculation that making changes at the combat tab is what caused this, but apparently not. So, all right, we're going to get rid of the one that's there. A new copy of that record. There. Okay, now it's working. Except your sharpshooter is not recognizing it. The things I have to do to fix these things, it's like, it used to work perfectly fine. Never had these issues before. And then they overhauled the whole thing.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Alright, so you guys gonna be making some repair kits then?
Sure.
What was the difficulty?
4, and the
4?
skill is science.
Science.
I'm actually, for our convenience, I'm going to create a new item that's called Power Armor Repair Kit.
Ooh.
It's gonna be exactly the same, but yeah.
I was hoping it'd be a little simpler, but that's
No. Although honestly, I could take the fusion cells out because yeah, we're gonna remove the fusion cells. They're not required because you're slapping armor plating onto the frame. So fusion cells are not required anymore. Although in the future there may be some issues with power armor parts that get damaged that have mods in them. Depending on the mod.
Mhm.
Sorry, there you go. Power armor repair kit. If you go down to the crafting tab, you will see the requirements.
Okay.
Streak. Ouch. Da, 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 da. Okay.
Chemistry station? That's interesting.
You do have one at Raven Watch. Yeah, before I change chemistry, change it to another station, I'm going to try and research why it's a chemistry station thing.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Because it's fine.
Either way, and also science.
Well, that is, because it's a robot repair. It's science.
But they wanted. Well, no, the skill is the same. They didn't actually say the robot repair kit works on power armor. That's us.
They were saying a robot repair kit could heal like big machinery and stuff. I think that was how we were pushing it to power armor, maybe.
So the science is where to put the welding at. I would say that's a science, is to weld it the correct way.
Yeah, I probably won't see many raiders out there with a lot of science, so that's why their raider armor is
So correct.
right.
Yeah. And then, so you use science to create the armor itself, which is then gets put into the repair kit, and then use repair to attach that to the frame.
Could the complexity go down by one, since it's not like whatchamadoodle, like not too many components and stuff like that?
Yep. All right. As you were saying it, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. You took out the fusion cores. The fusion cores adds a level, or fusion cells adds a level of complexity there. So you take them out, they take that complexity away. So there you go. It's done.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, sir.
Aren't I a benevolent GM? Say yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Anyways, let's see.
All right, so I'm sitting here like, are y'all going to do them? Do I adjust the difficulty level so you can start making rolls?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna hop in my power armor. All right, armor 6. You don't need anything else?
So, you think you want to take a swing at making one of these repair kits?
You need a repair kit done?
Yeah, power armor repair kit. And then how much does that get repaired? Is that 4 HP?
4, yeah, it'll be the 4 HP, just like all the other repair / stim pack processes.
So I hop in my power armor, ask if y'all need something. You need something. So I sigh and get back out of my power armor. And go to a chemistry station.
Seriously, you need a mod for that where it's like integrated repair or whatever, like the fine manipulatory setup is like the tool.
Tiny hands.
Well, the
Integrated multi-tools?
basically, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all good to try and make some of these. Let me know how many you want me to make.
I would love to say 3 each, but might not be a bad idea to just do 3 overall.
Can we assist?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do need Eugene to roll first, because if he does not
Correct,
succeed, then your assists don't
Right.
help at all.
Right. And just one person can assist? Or?
Yeah, only one person can assist.
Can I bum an AP?
Don't have any.
Yeah, the GM gets 1 AP and then we get 1 AP, right?
There you go.
There we go. There you go.
Oof. Well, yeah.
All right, let's see here. The difficulty is 3, so you just succeeded. Oh, that's where they put the difficulty at now. Why don't they have the label on it? Goodness. I knew I wasn't going to like this change. So you see the 3 next to your icons? Your character
Yeah.
icons? That's your difficulty.
Awesome.
Oh, okay.
But they used to have it like in the text and actually said difficulty is this.
Right.
I don't like that. I want the labels on there.
I'm gonna. I don't shoot myself in the foot. I'm going to cautious nature one of those. Try to fish for a crit.
Okay.
There you go.
And that's
All
a
right, so I had
crit.
4
Okay.
successes and +3.
So you got the original 3. Then the crit is another 2, so that's 5. Plus.
No. He re-rolled
Oh,
one of them.
It's
I-
4
So my
plus-
3
Yeah.
becomes a 4 now.
you know what I was doing? Because of the way they changed it, I was looking at that 3 as another roll altogether, but because it didn't have the green behind it, I thought it was a fail. Or I liked the old way better.
Yeah. So it's 4 plus.
Now it's a 4
They
plus 3,
don't-
7.
Yeah.
7 on a 3. So 7 minus 3 is 4. You guys get 4 action points.
Useful.
Okay. And that is 1 robot repair kit created.
Hold on. I don't have science tagged.
But you
Well,
got a
your
1.
crit was
You
1.
rolled a 1.
Oh, okay. All right.
1 is
It's
always a
always
crit
a crit.
regardless of tagging.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
So, forgot for a little bit there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really didn't realize that, actually. Maybe I haven't rolled any one.
Let's see.
Alright, there's another success with 3 action, or 3 right on the money. That's another
Yeah.
robot repair kit. Is Slash still assisting? With 0. Alright, that's 2 power armor repair kits. Excuse me.
Alright. Keep forgetting about cautious nature. So let me reroll that 18, see if we get anything else.
10, so that's 1 more success, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, target number is 5. So that's an action point for you. I am putting the power armor repair kits on your inventory, Eugene. And that's where I'm just going to keep up with as y'all successfully make new ones. Y'all can split them up later if you need to.
That number 3. Cautious nature.
That's 3 successes. That is another repair kit made. And nothing from Slash. You now have 3 power armor repair kits.
Keep going.
Yeah, since it's decent now.
Who is keeping up with the material usage?
We'll just do the at the end. We'll just multiply it.
Okay, just make sure you don't create more than you actually have.
We've got. Yeah, we'd have to make like 50 of them.
Yeah, I'm trusting you to
Yeah.
keep up with that.
Or rare material.
Oh. 3 apiece. You know what?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so hold on. Before you roll, I will, because rolling for 1, you're going for 3 apiece. So that's 9. So that's another 6 rolls. If you would like, we can increase the difficulty by, by 1, and you can make 2 at a time. We can increase it by 2, and you can make 3 at a time.
Probably just want to keep doing the single rolls, if that's alright.
Okay.
With rapid firing here. So it's number 4th repair kit. Cautious.
Cautious nature, that's 6 is a crit, so that's 4 plus the 2, that's 6. So it's 3 action points. And that is the 4th repair kit. Alright.
That one's for 5th. Cautious.
Nothing on cautious nature this time. A crit from Slash, so 4 successes, that has 1 action point back to you, and the 5th repair kit. Right. Are you going to cautious nature any of those?
Cautious, yeah. Cautious
1. Sorry, Amanda. Oh, wow.
5.
I was hoping for something higher.
5. Oh.
Okay. So, let's see. So 5 successes plus 2, 7 total out of a needed 3. That's 4, so you have 7 action points now. And I'm going to give you 2 repair kits because you got 2 of your dice to crit there. So you're now at 7 repair kits. Had a double crit on the primary users. There, I think you might have done that earlier, but I didn't come up with the idea until now. So
Yeah.
That would be the 8th one we're looking for. I'll keep it.
okay, assistant. Ooh. All right, that is number 8. Now for number 9.
Alright.
Oof. Okay. That's cool.
Oh, cautious. No change.
So,
Okay, so you
4
stayed
or
the
5.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5, 2 action points there. And power armor repair kit. You now have 9 power armor repair kits. Were you going to split them evenly, or are you going to keep them all on you, Eugene?
I'll split them evenly.
Okay. Slash's inventory is so full it takes a whole 10 seconds for the game to load it up for me.
And that's not counting the Brahmin.
Yeah. Alright, I have dragged them onto your character sheets. I got Slashes done. And Jack got to his before I did.
Well, I was getting ready to just pull them in, so.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Alright, so you each got 3.
Isn't-
Thank you. Yeah, Eugene already put his down to 3. Okay. So you all got power armor repair kits on you now. You spent another half a day working on that.
Yeah. Can you adjust Ravenwatch inventory for us?
Mm-hmm.
So
Give me
minus 18 on the
One
the
moment. Let me get it pulled up.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's start with common materials.
Common.
Yeah.
You said. Okay. So it was just minus 9 to that.
Makes it to 158.
Whatever.
Okay.
And then 18 for the other two.
18 from both of them.
Yeah.
Makes that
That's-
78. And
Yeah.
55. 55.
55 on the last one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That is adjusted.
Sweet.
Goodness. All right. Now, you had mentioned earlier trying to get Eugene to craft you a shotgun.
Well, the big thing is all the mods. I don't know. Can you craft mods?
Mods are craftable. We have recipes for all the mods. However, the weapons themselves, we do not have default recipes for.
Yeah, I got
they're not.
we got combat. I got a combat shotgun.
You have one already. Okay, so that's better. Just craft mods. If you guys are really going to want to get into crafting weapons, let me know, and it's probably going to take me a few weeks to come up with recipes for all that are balanced.
Gotcha.
But for now, if you can just stick with mods, that we can do easy. As long as you got the materials and the know-how. So you,
I think we've meddled around enough today. We can worry about that at a different time.
all right.
Nice.
So I would like.
Well, I seem to recall asking Eugene to make the Stealth Boy mod for power armor, but we haven't had the time. So,
What would that take? Or did you want to get into it?
don't really want to get into it right now, but it's
Okay.
Common materials 7, uncommon 6, and rare 3. Science perk 4, rank 4, and skill of science, and its complexity 6.
even if he already has the Stealth Boy item to try and
7 AP. I got a 6 in science in his tag, so I mean, it's a good time to just do a quick roll if
if you want.
we already know how to make it.
Do you have the perk science at rank 4?
That is a good question. I think I do. Yes, science is perk science is at 4.
Okay. Yeah, you have all the requirements. We've already you got plenty of the materials, so that's easy enough. Do keep the Raven's Nest window open. We'll get back to that in a second.
Okay. Use all the AP you want.
Yeah, I'm going full.
Yeah.
I would recommend 5.
So it's
No.
is it 6? It's 6 to buy 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah, man. I ain't messing around.
Yeah.
Did it? It didn't take. I don't think. 6. There we are. All right. And we're going. Science, right?
Yep, science. Ooh, I didn't put up the difficulty level. I forgot to change the difficulty level. So the difficulty is 6, although I don't actually have a 6. I only got a 5. So that's
Yeah, cautious nature. That's 20.
Yeah, cautious nature that. Oh, a crit for you. Nice. So it technically was a 6 that you need. You got 4. Your cautious nature that gives you another 2 because it's a crit. So you got exactly 6.
I love
And
cautious
if you'd
nature.
like a assist, I don't have much, but I might come up with something.
Do you have science?
Do you have the science perk 4, Jack?
No, an assist. Or would the assist not even matter if I don't have the perk?
Yeah, if you don't have the perk, you can't assist on it.
So can't even do the, hey, hold this.
I'm inclined to allow that, but for something like this, I'm thinking, hey, hold this may be just like more in the way because of how complex this one is. So I think if it was a lower complexity,
Okay.
the whole reason for assisting is because it's very complex.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go
And
with
it
what my
didn't do
original.
anything.
Yeah, it didn't do anything. I'm going to go with what my original response was going to be. You didn't declare the assist before the first roll was made.
Okay.
So
I think this is the equivalent of telling a web developer, give me white text on a white background, but make it more visible.
yeah,
That's how Jack helped.
yeah. Then the developer puts black outline around the text. It's like, no, I want it to be white,
Yeah.
glossy white. I actually had that happen once.
There's your mom. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We fired that client.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Let's see here. So you have succeeded at that. You, Jack, if you will, add that mod to your power armor torso. It can only go in the torso.
Yeah, I was about to go and look where that actually fits.
You can activate it once per scene by spending 1 charge.
Mm-hmm.
How many charges does it have?
That was the other thing I was going to look up.
Oh, it's talking about a fusion core charge.
Yeah, that. It's going to be...
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Because so far it's been difficult to, like the fusion core economy has been way balanced into your favor, or overbalanced into your favor. So this is a good one to like kind of bring it back in line, a little more balanced, at least for Jack's power armor.
So, a combat set, a scene, does that take a charge?
Say that again.
So a combat scene, anytime we enter into combat, does that take a charge?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And then depending on how you guys travel,
Right.
you could expend a charge during travel as well. So like Eugene will be spending, as long as he's not willing to have his power armor and ride in the Humvee, he's running along with the Humvee, he's going to be expending a charge pretty much all the time during travel. Whereas you guys, Jack and Slash, will not be. Although at some point there's going to be some kind of expenditure for the vehicle. I'm working on something that'll be balanced here. It may end up just being fusion cores itself.
Yeah, I mean, I assume that most of the vehicles are not, petrol based. So.
Yeah, in Fallout 2, you used basically fusion cells to charge up your vehicle. So I'm like, do I want to get nitty gritty with fusion cells or just do fusion cores? Because that's already got an easy, you got 10 charges system. And perhaps Eugene can affect the fusion cores in the vehicle. I'll have to look at the perk on that and see.
I think it does say any quote-unquote strenuous activity per GM, so it gives you a little wiggle room to drain our cores if need be.
Perks. We got the power user. Yeah, well, the strenuous activity, I figure combat. That's strenuous.
Yeah.
Which is why mostly that's the only time it's been going down. All right, so y'all have now spent 2 days here at Raven Watch. You have patched up. You've created repair kits for your power armor, and you've now created a stealth boy mod for Jack's power armor.
Awesome.
And back to that roll. Just in the future, before you make rolls, declare assistance before the rolls are made. Just to keep it all above board, as it were.
Yeah.
So at the end of the second day, you get another letter from Raven's Nest. It doesn't seem to have anything extra about buildings or anything, but it does show that their happiness should have been 10 earlier. I'm sorry, 8. Would have been 8 earlier instead of 10. It was 10 when you first encountered them. It has now gone down to 6 for every day. That's something, 1 for each item that is under the population.
Defense.
So defense has brought it down by 1 each day, and the food has brought it down by 1 each day.
Okay. That being the case, where are you two? Characters. Huh? Betsy!
A little less exuberant.
I'm sorry, didn't mean to hurt your ears.
And we could kind of just hand wave in. I repaired Jack's combat knife. I'm pretty sure your combat knife broke at the end of. You had some kind of knife broke at the end. But they're making Stealth Boy. Figured I'd, fix that up for you.
Yeah, that'll take 1 jump.
You mean the Bowie knife?
Yeah, I think so. I remember the blade had separated from the hilt.
Oh.
And you found it after the battle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure if you noted that it was broken, but I can repair that.
I don't know that I have the ability to note it's broken. I was just looking at it. Doesn't have a thing for that.
Everybody that sees it, the blade is completely separated from the hilt.
Yeah.
So it's obviously broken. And I think what's
Yeah.
going on, Eugene's offering to repair it. I'm just saying it'll take a,
Yeah, I was looking at the its stat thing, and it doesn't have a thing to show whether or not it's broken or state of repair.
Like on the
So,
record, there's no like note section or anything to remind you that it was broken.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
actually, there might be a notes section. It just pictures crafting. Okay, new. Okay, so
yeah,
they're
that's
not
something.
as happy as they could be.
There's that location field on your inventory. I think you can type anything in there, maybe.
No, that's there are some things that you can type something in there. Yeah, I guess you can, but it
I don't know where applications that
could
might have.
cause issues. I don't know for sure, but it could potentially cause issues because it's supposed to be like left arm, right arm type thing.
Yeah, because I thought try to autofill something, so not its intended use. So don't do that. I vote if there is any food here at Raven's Watch, we grab some and hoof it back to the
Yeah.
Raven's Nest.
That's why I've got actually Betsy has all the armor and guns, and Honey has all the food. Ooh, and shotgun
So-
shells.
You can have the bring food down and add it to their stockpile. If there's surplus food in the stockpile, settlement may, at the start of any day, use 2 food items in the stockpile to increase its food score for that day by 1. So you could eliminate the loss of happiness on the food in that way. And same thing happens with water, but they're getting water from Raven Watch, so it's not an issue for water. But just so you know, whatever you put into their stockpile, that's a temporary stopgap.
Right.
They're not generating their own food; they're chewing through it.
Yeah, if it's in the stockpile. Now they are the record number at the top there is what they're generating. So they are generating 2 food per day right now, which is not enough because they got 3 people. But so it'll be, if you go back down there, I mean, you can get into discussion with them, try and help them with generation, and let add to their stockpile so they can get through the construction phase of any new gardens or other food resources.
Gotcha. So would that be like a 1-for-1? You know, if I had 17 Instamash, that'd be 17 food?
No, it would be divided by 2, because they have to take 2 food items from the stockpile to increase their score by 1 for that day.
Gotcha. So I bring in
non-loss of happiness.
Say that one more
So,
time, Eugene.
yeah.
Yeah, so we basically have 8 days to where their happiness wouldn't go down.
It wouldn't go down because of food. It'll still go down because of defense.
Sorry, right? It's going down by 2 right now. It would only go down by 1.
How can we increase their defense? I have armor and guns.
Well, you'll have to go down there and discuss that with them.
Okay. Ooh, Betsy has 5 flare guns. Loving it. Anybody want a flare gun?
I guess. Oh, there he goes. Here's the one taker.
Sorry, the thought of 3 settlers firing flare guns at these stalkers just makes me happy.
It does me too.
Slash.
Yes, sir.
I need you to take a D20. No, don't take a D20. Go into the chat bar in the chat and just do /R100. But before you press enter, I want you to give me a number of what are the percentage chances that Slash has been collecting the excrement of his Brahmin?
Well, they've been pinned up at Ravenwatch in that area there that was the whatchamadoodle.
Used to be the brig. Yeah.
Correct. Thank you. So, if nobody's tending to them, then it's there. If they are, then it's somewhere else. So, I'm guessing I'm gonna have to left that up to you.
Well, but over time, right now we're kind of like, did Slash tell somebody to collect it? What are the chances? Like, is there a 50% chance that Slash has had the forethought? Like, hey, instead of just getting rid of their stuff, store it over here somewhere or something like that.
No, I did that. I would say more so that I did that with the milk than with the their manure.
So a 25% chance then that you told them to collect the manure. All right.
Yeah.
So roll your 100, and you're looking for a 25 or under.
It's not typing anything down there.
No. Click into the rusty area.
Oh. Sorry, I wasn't doing it correctly.
Okay.
No, I didn't do it right.
The slash, kind of like the Roll20 slash.
Oh. I was thinking my name.
Like that.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're the one rolling. I was just testing to make sure I was telling you
okay.
right. So the slash button space 1D100. Oh no, slash button space roll 1D100.
Okay. You said three different things, and they all compiled together. So you're gonna have to do that again.
Slash.
My brain.
Space slash ROLL space 1D100.
Okay. Thank you.
And one.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
All right. A little bit of frustration there for you.
My apologies for not understanding.
No. I like frustration that you got the 3. I'm frustrated at you for getting the 3.
Yeah, so we've got a fairly sizable pile of fertilizer.
Yeah. And let's see. Okay. Yeah. So with that in mind, what are you guys going to do? You've got their support. You're packing up honey. Honey's got the food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're packing up honey. You've just had this thaw. Oh, maybe I should bring some of her crap. And you load up a few bags of it and throw it on there. And Honey kind of shakes her head, it's like the smell, and you're also kind of like, oh, why am I bringing this? It stinks. So what do y'all want to do? Anything else you want to grab before you go down, or discuss before you go down to Raven's Nest?
I'm gonna go ahead and bring Betsy and Honey.
Okay. Betsy keeps her distance from Honey. You can swear that you hear the "you stink" inside of her moos.
All right. How do I give Eugene a flare gun?
Just remove it from Betsy, and Eugene can go grab it from the items thing.
Will do.
It's probably the quickest and easiest way.
Okay. And then, do you need flares?
Yeah, I don't have any flares.
Okay. Let's see. It's F. It's a period. All right. I've got 11 on me, and then Ravenwatch has some as well.
So do the same thing. Eugene can grab them from the items if you're going to share what you have on you, or Eugene can just get them from the shop, the Ravenwatch shop.
Let's see.
I'll grab it from the shop.
Please do.
Seen it in the list here.
Yeah, it's there. It's flamer fuel, flare, food paste.
I'm looking for the flare gun in the items window.
I know you'll be getting the ammo from the shop, so just the flare there.
You know what? Flare. I guess 10 will probably be sufficient.
Yeah.
Flare. Now adding the flare gun.
That'll be
Instead of
from
an
the
item.
Yep, items, far right menu, under campaign.
That's, we can just head out now while I'm finding the flare gun here.
You should have when you have the item window open, there's a bottom bar that has a search. You can just type in flare there.
Oh my gosh. That failed. That's fine.
It's
go
not
straight and
obvious
drop.
that it's a search bar. I don't know how
Okay,
many times
got
I
it.
use. Yeah, drag the lightning bolt over to your inventory tab. And then drop it there. There you go.
Flare gun. All right.
All right, so you head on down to Raven's Nest. You're greeted once you get there by the same gentleman that had been talking with you before when they were asking you to help with the Phantom Stalkers. Something keeps airing out with this shop.
Oh, I was getting flares as well.
Okay, how many did you take?
25.
25? Because it's
Yeah.
not actually reducing the number.
Mm.
Oh no, it did this time for you. Well, I
Yeah,
wonder why.
it did.
Okay.
It did. It just took it a moment.
Yep. All right. You see, the population here is greatly reduced since you were here dealing with the Phantom Stalkers. You imagine that some of the people were just not at all happy with the situation, so they left. But you see the one, kind of like the older gentleman that you'd spoken with before. You see a middle-aged man walking around with a rifle, and you see another settler just there, kind of going through the buildings. In one building in particular, since you've been here, and he's just kind of like moving junk around, trying to clear the area out, and just in general cleaning up and getting things ready. The pseudo leader comes up to you and greets you and says, "Oh, thank you. You've got my reports, I hope."
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry it took so long to get our stuff repaired and healed up. And actually, go and grab the bags of fertilizer. And he's like, for helping growing food, and like try to push this a little faster forward.
He takes it and says, "Oh, this will be good. We've been trying to dig out a new area. We've been just scavenging food the last few days, but this will be good to get us started on a new crop."
Yeah, I got some food supplies on one of the Brahmin here.
Well, that would be wonderful. What are you going to be giving them?
So I will give them 17 Instamash, 1 melon.
Hang on. Instamash. Let's see if this...
I wonder if I can do that.
That didn't work. I have to type it out.
There we go.
Mash 17, you say?
Correct.
Melon. How many melons?
Just one.
Just one? Okay. All right. Mute fruit.
And 20 mute fruit. And I tell them they can try to, produce the mute fruit and or maybe the melon,
Yeah, we would have gotten these things to you sooner, but we had a lot of repairing to do on this power armor.
Oh,
Might have
yes.
been nice if we had some kind of firing line set up, so we wouldn't have taken so many hits.
Well, it's we're just a few settlers here. We don't really know what we're doing or anything.
Better learn quick.
But you coming along and helping us was of great help.
I'm glad we were here to do something. But not looking very defensible at the moment.
Well, I mean that's why we've been giving you the reports. We hope that since you came and helped us, and you run the military location up there, perhaps you would continue to assist us.
Yeah, I can take a look around and see where we can bolster some defenses. Maybe set up a choke point here or there, or at least have heavily guarded areas at least. Well, they're important. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be looking for, basically look at our fight and then see, where they were coming from, and see if there's anywhere where it would make sense to put up a guard tower or, some other sort of defense.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm adding the rooms as you're getting to look around. I'm adding the different things. You notice now that there are 2 small shacks that seem to be in decent order. One is the one one of the guys is working on clearing out, so it's not really being used for anything yet. The other shack is where they immediately start taking the things you've brought to them, so that's their storage. And there's a medium-sized one that seems to be where the beds are right now, so that's where they've been sleeping at. And there is a garden plot that they will now begin working on. It'll take them a day to build it, if they have all the materials. Which you've brought them fertilizer. I get that spelled right. And you brought them. well, they already have some common materials.
I bought 20 junk.
So, okay, they can take the junk. They can turn that into materials at some point. Excuse me. All right. Did you bring them anything else?
So 3 flare guns.
Okay.
And 25 flares.
All right. I really ought to be able to drag these things over from the items list because they're items. Maybe I'll put a request in on the forums.
Yeah.
All right, so they have what they need to build the garden plot. There is 1 day left on that to be built. I'm going to go ahead and subtract the materials. It requires 1 fertilizer and 4 common materials. And once the garden plot has been constructed, they will be able to plant. Well, they can do 1 melon because you give them melon, and then they'll do 3 mute fruit areas, and then they'll begin getting 4 crop items per day.
Sweet.
All right. Eugene, as you're exploring, you do see the way the buildings are set up. There are places for hostiles to attack from pretty much every direction, realistically. Now, up, of course, northwest of the settlement is Ravenwatch. There's not going to be a lot of hostiles that can come from that direction. At least not any bipedal hostiles that are not noticed by Ravenwatch. But of course, as you already know, the 4-legged hostiles could sneak past and attack. But you think that adding a guard post to each side could, at the very least, give them cover. Wouldn't necessarily mean that everything's going to be fine, but it could start giving them cover. But you find that the east and southern side is where you'd recommend that they put a guard post at first.
And I also want to make it very clear to them that they hate light, and recommend like some kind of central bonfire kind of setup. Like if stuff starts to go down, light this up, and then fight them off.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's, the purpose of the flare guns. To help with that.
So we got a guard post that has 2 days to be built. Takes 14 common materials.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 12 boards. They're the melee weapon. Can these be used as common material for that?
I would let you break them down as a common material, yeah.
Okay.
How many?
I have 12 boards.
Are you going to give them all to the settlement?
Yeah, correct.
So, okay, I've added that to their stockpile. Now, here's the question. They're taking notes on everything that you've told them. Eugene is even able to drop like a little rough sketch of a guard post design, so they know how to design it and build it and everything. And then they look amongst themselves and like, well, there's only 3 of us. I can work on the garden plot. I'll have settler number 1 over here work on the guard post. So it'll take him 2 days to do that, though. And we got our other guy. He's our only defense right now. So we have him just kind of patrolling.
Right.
Would y'all be willing to stick around? Maybe, all working together, we can get all this done in one day.
Oh, sure. That wouldn't be too much of a problem. I mean, we want to make sure you're safe and such. We might even, see if we can go find these guys. But
when Flash says that, Jack's power armor opens. And Stretch yawning. I'll start on that.
That being...
Trying to track them.
Oh, tracking them. Okay.
Trace them. Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, I want to know. I'm not going anywhere. If you put this guard tower up, it's probably going to fall apart and do more harm than good. You're going to have 0 confidence they can do it right without me.
All right. Are you going to let any of them assist you in building it, or would you have...
Yes, assisting's fine.
Okay. That way you can still get it done.
It's just,
in
I'm
one
not
day.
leaving you to do this yourself. I'm going to be supervising and helping. And I will be doing it in power armor to speed things up and whatnot.
All right, let's see.
and then if he wants to do one guard post, I can do the other.
They take 2 days if you only got one person working on it.
Well, I would be doing one and being assisted, or no? Oh, okay,
There's only 3 of them, and Jack is going off to begin tracking.
gotcha. Okay, so one guy is going to be doing the garden.
Yep.
One guy is on watch, so we have like one person available.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess that would us being in power armor help make that a little bit faster and be able to, with the 3 of us, that is me, Eugene, and our Raven Nest, be able to do the 2 guard towers in one day with the 2 of us in power armor?
No.
Okay. Try it.
Power armor honestly is going to get in the way, so I'm
Oh.
just calling it a net wash. Because
Yeah.
it'll help you lift the heavy things, but then it'll get in the way for doing the more minor things like hammering in a
Okay.
nail. So I'm just going to
All right.
call it a
So-
wash.
All right. We'll have Eugene in the power armor, and then I'll be just doing my normal thing.
Yeah. So you'll be able
outside
to
of-
get working all together. I'm going to allow the garden plot to get done along with all of the crops, and then the guard post will be done as well. So guard post. Do you want the east or the south one?
Let's see. Where's our base is to the west,
Your base is northwest.
northwest, and south.
South. Okay. So the south guard post will be done. It provides 1 defense. I gotta look and see because I'm curious about.
Actually, it only gives you 1 defense.
Yeah, guard post is 1 defense because it's like you still gotta have it manned.
Right. I thought it was like higher than that. That's all.
And there's nothing about actually. Yeah, because you gotta have the person assigned to it. So I'm giving y'all extra defense already by the guy that's armed. Because technically, a person, just an armed person, does not provide defense.
I got you.
Because then the guard posts only provide defense when someone is assigned to them.
Okay, gotcha. Understood.
Let's see. That's the only thing this thing's missing. Like, where are the people assigned at? That provides one defense. That is operating. These are resource. I don't really need to fill out their information because we know what they are. So they're going to be getting 4 food. They're going to stop scavenging for food now and just rely on the garden. So they're going to be getting 4 food from the garden now. And because for the time being, temporarily, because you've given them a little bit extra training, you've told them how to patrol and everything, they're gonna have 3 defense, but at some point, maybe another attack happens or something like that. That is going to go back down, and it's going to be based on the actual facilities that are there, and it'll be random when it happens. So I would not waste too much time getting back to them and properly setting up their defenses. So you guys, Slash and Eugene, work with the couple of residents that are still here at Raven's Nest to build the southern guard post and get the garden done, get all the food and planted and everything. And when it's all done, you're all kind of sitting around the end of the river from Raven Watch, scooping up some water here and there, kind of not a full-blown well system, but it's kind of like a water a bucket suspended over where the water pools up at here at the end of the river. So you're all just kind of sitting around there with that bucket full of water. You're all dipping your cups in there every now and then after having worked on all this all day. Jack returns. Jack, while you were out scouting, you have found... It took you a while. It took you nearly all day, but you have finally found the pattern in the tracks that the Phantom Stalkers left behind. And they're very smart creatures. They have hidden their numbers. You're still not sure what their numbers are. If you killed all of them that night, or if there's another pack out there somewhere, it's very unclear. Because as they move from area to area, they walk around in circles the entire time as they move. But you finally figured out where, at least the general direction where it's come from, and you have a better idea now on how to track them and find where they may have originated at. Like I said, it did take you nearly all day. And as you return, you see the others, you see that their work is done. They're kind of sitting around relaxing next to the little riverbed here. And they acknowledge you when you come in, lift up their cups of water, and pull out another cup and set it aside for you for when you reach them.
Well, y'all done some good work today. I got a couple other things I want to give you. And I'll pull out 3 combat armor chest pieces.
Okay.
And 2 double barrel shotguns.
All right.
And 50 shotgun shells.
Okay.
I'm taking those off my character right now. Or Uncle Betsy. Chest. 2. Oh, actually, I give them 5 chess pieces.
5 chess pieces. Okay. I'm looking to see if there's. I know, like you're kind of going off D&D Bastions by providing.
Yeah, I'm
items
just,
here.
yeah, I'm mainly, whatever. If it
Yeah.
does anything, it does anything. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Food
I,
and water is definitely
Mhm.
something that affects the stockpile. I'm looking to see. I don't think it does for armor and weapons.
Maybe it might increase the population. Like, hey, we've got armor.
Yeah.
If you become a person of Raven Nest, you get a shotgun and a chest plate.
Or something.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be. I'll find a way to work it in. So, as you're all settling in, Jack shares the information about what he found. Y'all, kind of get the idea that you stay the night here and head out in the morning to try and track them further. The older man asks, I know you guys, you go out, you hunt things, you have other quests and adventures that you go on. But if you intend to continue to use Raven Watch as your base, we would hope that you would perhaps take an active role in leadership here for Raven's Nest. We think this could become a very good settlement, a prosperous settlement. But we all lack the leadership capabilities, really, or even the know-how in some degrees. We know our specific skill sets, but organizing all the people together, you've shown today that you all are good at that. How would you feel if, taking on that role of leadership for us?
Well, we are busy. What would it entail?
Well,
What are you expecting?
just giving us guidance, instructions, what buildings should be built next. We weren't even thinking that we should build a guard post, an actual structure. We just had Jim Bob over here just walking around with a gun.
Well, I mean, we'll definitely come by and help you with supplies. Some, if you got any major troubles, like these. What are y'all calling them again? Phantom menaces? What?
Phantom stalkers.
Stalkers. That's right. Sorry, I read too many comic books.
Though why they sound like hyenas, I'm not sure. Yeah.
But were you expecting somebody to be here all the time, or just
No, not all the time. You've already provided us with some things. I did the math on the crops wrong. It only provides 2. So we're actually going to add another garden. So they can get 3 because one person can tend 6 crops at once. And for your investment, we will obviously give you a return on that.
Well, when we first came by here, we did kind of, we did name the place Raven's Nest because our place is called Raven's Watch. So, we do feel like we, owe you some kind of tutelage, or I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say, but
At least a little bit of support, yes. Certainly willing to advise. And while in the general region, have we found or seen any of those concrete dividers? Like the ones on the temporary ones?
Yeah. I mean, there's They're all over the place, yeah. Not necessarily right here in this area, but you know where you could find some. You know, get closer to Waco, Brazos, or any other major settlements. The military bases would have quite a few. Probably there may be a military base with a whole storage building full of them.
Wouldn't mind finding a frickin' Connex and a deuce and a half to carry it full of stupid things.
Well, yeah, I think after thinking about it, you know, I did want to, you know, set up some, you know, settlements around and, you know, try to have a trade network and such. You know, I got my Brahmin here. I think there's Carbon. Yeah, I think Carbon. They raise Brahmin out there, don't they? And
Yeah. That's,
don't they raise Brahmin? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Carbon's the Brahmin capital of Texas right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, be willing to help you all out and tell you what you need to do to survive out here. I need a down payment first, though. Hand me one of those instant masters.
They toss one over to you.
Thank you. Take my helmet off, start counting down.
Eugene, I hardly see you out of that power armor. Sometimes I forget what your face looks like.
Yeah, don't even like taking the helmet off, to be honest. I'm saying it's in between mouthfuls. I'm just shoveling as fast as I can so I can put that helmet back on.
Well, Mama said it's not good to bolch your food like that, but I understand you're hungry. You've been working all day.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm a little loud.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna do that.
Sure. Bob. Oh, I don't know what his name is.
I haven't
And-
come
and-
up with a name for him.
And that's fine. I think we could do that for you. You know. Let's see. We really need more people, and of course, more defenses.
Well, of course, as you run across other people that may need a place to settle down, send them our way.
Defenses. Slash. When we were here last, how many frag mines did you put down?
Yes.
Actually, I didn't because I forgot. I thought about it after the fact. I think, or
Yeah.
no, did I?
No, you thought about it
Oh,
afterwards.
one off.
I think, yeah, I placed one, but it blew up. I have two more.
Okay.
I got two more.
Just want to make sure we don't have armed landmines that they don't know about.
That actually is not a bad idea. I got two of them.
That's up to you. I just didn't want them stepping on something we aren't without telling us. Yeah, it sounds like we're in the clear. The only one we put down went off.
Yeah. Actually, so when will they have the second guard tower up?
They haven't started. You haven't given the orders for that yet. So
Right.
the way this is going to work, we're getting close to under an hour, so we're probably not going to do a lot of tracking yet. So we'll just kind of dive into the settlement stuff here a little bit more. So when you, I'll speak plainly instead of in character, so we can just understand exactly what's expected of you.
Okay.
Anytime you leave the area, you're probably going to want to stop off at Raven's Nest and give them orders for the time period that you're going to be gone. Kind of like the Bastion's actions every few days, except Settlements works on a daily budget rather than a weekly budget.
Okay.
Now, because you guys are going to be gone for more than one day at a time, you're going to queue up orders for the settlement to perform. Some of them are going to be easy, like you're going to say, well, Jim Bob over there who's guarding, you're going to guard the entire time we're gone. And I did find the information on that. So the actual action for guarding, an armed member of the community patrols a settlement, adding +1 to defense that day. And this bonus is increased if the settlement has any guard posts or towers. So the guard post adds 1. So technically they have a 2 defense as long as he is also patrolling. So you're like, all right, we're going to be gone maybe 7 days, maybe longer, but until we get back, your standing orders the entire time we're gone is to guard. And that way you get that daily action of him guarding all the time, and you always have that extra bonus to defense. There's the action of build, scavenge, hunt and gather, tend crops, trade caravan, and business. Some of these do require buildings to be in place. Like trade caravan and business requires a building and actual business built in there. Tending crops requires the crops to be there. 1 settler per 6 crops. And that will add half the number of crops to their daily food. So 1 settler can produce 3 food per day if they have all 6 crops.
Okay.
Hunting and gathering involves dice rolls to see how much food they bring back. Scavenging does the same thing. That is for common materials. They can also manage to collect uncommon materials for each effect rolled, and all that gets added to the stockpile. And then if you add more people to that, you add extra dice to that. So it starts out with three dice for the roll. If you add another person, so you got 2 people scavenging, you add a 4th dice, so forth and so on. And that's the same for the hunting and gathering. 3 dice, then +1 for each new person added. Building. So this is one you're going to be probably, as you guys get ready to leave on your adventure next session, you're going to be given the orders to guard and build. Guard, build, and tend crops. Because you got three people. So those are probably going to be the 3 actions you give, most likely. Building. So every structure that gets built has a set number of days is required for it. And if there's only 1 person working on it, it is that number of days. So the guard post is a 2-day structure. If there's 1 person assigned, it takes 2 days. If you have 2 people, each person does a day's worth of work in a day. So it becomes done in 1 day. We're not going to do the math to try and take it further than that. So let's have 3 people work on this 2-day thing. We're not going to go that far.
Okay.
That's too much mathing.
Sounds fine.
It's a 12-hour job if it continues going in by halves.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't go in half with 3 people. It'd go another half with 4 people. So 4 people, yeah, that'd be 12 hours. But anyway, we're not going to go that far with it. We're just going to you can if it's a 6-day job and you have 6 settlers, you can assign all 6 settlers to it and you have it done in 1 day. So we'll just stick with that. Now, as far as what you can build, everything aside from the garden plot starts out, I think, aside from the garden plot and guard post. Yeah, technically guard post. Although the way the record is done, I have to build a structure before I can put the objects in it, which is slightly annoying. But anyway, you have small shack, medium shack, and large shack. And then you can do multiple stories. The ground floor must be larger than the floor above. So an example they give is the ground floor of a structure is a large shack. Each additional floor above the first is a medium shack. but adding +1 to the required skill for each floor above ground level, so forth and so on. So, and actually, it looks like they only allow you to do multiple floors if the bottom is a large shack. And then within those, so a small shack can have 1 room, medium shack can have 2 rooms, and a large shack can have 3 rooms. The individual rooms is private room, dormitory, quarters, lounge, storage, and office, each of which have their own building materials required. And then individual objects that can be put inside of rooms, you have power objects, you have defense objects, resource objects, and of course the defense and the resource objects would probably not really go inside one of these buildings or any of the rooms, but again, because of the way the record's created, we're technically going to have them inside of a structure for the record purpose of it. So, any questions? Any particular category of objects you want to look at first, based off of what you know you're going to need to keep the settlement happy?
Oh, I mean, more guard posts.
Yeah, because I'm giving you 1 free defense right now, but technically they're at 2 defense.
Right. So I was about to ask, can my 2 frag mines act as a temporary guard post?
No.
Okay.
Those are like step on and blow up. They're supposed to be hidden. And so right now, until you guys, because it is a settlement, there is no designated, this is the only place, or that, nobody walk here or anything like that kind of thing. So frag mines is really not a good idea for a settlement. And as far as actually providing defense, they're a one-time deal. So
yeah, that's why I said like a temporary, kind of thing. Once they're used, and it, kind of go away. So that's all I was kind of. But yeah.
And the dry moat and punji stakes probably take a day for section. Not sure how many sections and so how long you want to do that, if that's even an option, because I don't know that ditches and moats are an option for adding for defense.
So the defense options you have is guard post, siren, machine gun, heavy machine gun, machine gun turret, heavy machine gun turret, laser turret, heavy laser turret, shotgun turret, and spotlight turret. I'm going to say that the concept of trenches and such is going to be categorized underneath the guard post general object. So your guard post could be, you have an actual defensive fence right here, concrete wall, something like that as your guard post. Or your guard post is, we have a trench with spikes in it and we have somebody patrolling that spot. So that's what the guard post actually is. We're just going to use that as flavor text. Unless we get into an actual combat where it's like, okay, we really need to, you have a trench that's really wide. I suppose the trench is really the one thing that we're going to do. But that's going to be more of a, all right, we are actually having combat. Let's make a few changes here. What we're discussing here as far as actually building for the settlement and everything to affect its numbers. We're not going to get into the weeds about, it's a trench or it's a shack.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, passive defenses don't seem to be one of the options as such.
Yeah, because that when you say it that way, it looks very much like they've gone with the only thing you could consider passive is the guard post, but everything else is an active defense to provide an actual contribution to that defense point.
Do any of those turrets or machine? So when you say machine gun, is that just giving somebody a machine gun or
No,
like a turret?
it's a machine gun turret.
Okay.
All those are turrets, and they require
Do those power?
So it's all auto guns.
the machine gun turret and the heavy machine gun turret do not require power. They're self-contained. The laser turret, heavy laser turret, shotgun turret, and spotlight turret all require power. The siren also requires power.
Yeah.
And there is power objects you can build: windmills, small generators, medium generators, on and on. You have a surplus of power at Raven Watch if you can find a way to bring it down.
Yeah, we were discussing power lines and power poles. I seem to recall, and it just because we were discussing it didn't mean we had the time to actually build it.
Yeah, and it depends on how much time you guys want to spend here. If you just want to give the orders to them, let them build it, and while you go off chasing the Phantom Stalkers.
I think if we try to eliminate a threat, it's not going to be as bad. I think.
Well, if happiness reaches 0, you begin to lose settlers, and you already got very few settlers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, if it drops below the number of people, then at the end of the day, one person in the settlement leaves. So it's actually worse than I described.
Okay.
So if you get to...
How high can the happiness go? 10?
It's unlimited, really, because there are
okay.
structures and everything you can build to add to happiness. But if you drop to 2 happiness, then at the end of that day, somebody will leave.
Okay. We don't lose anything for power?
What do you mean?
So our
power,
power's at
yeah.
0.
No. Power does not affect happiness.
Okay.
And at least not negatively. Let me go look and see if there's anything.
So food, water, defense, and beds.
Yeah. Food, water,
Okay.
defense, and beds is a negative impact if they're lower than the people. There
Right.
are some power generation things that are noisy that can affect happiness negatively. And then there are some power objects like lights that do a +1 to happiness at the time that they're built.
Sweet.
That is the
Yeah, I
one
mean, if we-
thing that I'm a little bit increasing the happiness. Like if
Because they can see at night.
Yeah, but here's how the mechanics work. You build a light, you build 1 light, and you increase happiness by 1. 1 time. That's it. It
Once,
doesn't increase. Yeah, it doesn't do it daily or anything like that. It's just like once.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
remove that light for some reason or another, you also remove 1 happiness from it.
Gotcha.
So, worst case scenario with that kind of thing, let's say you're at the 6 happiness right now. You go in and you build the light. Now you're at 7 happiness. But you forget and you never add the extra defense, and then the guy's vigilance goes down, and now you're actually at the 2 defense that you're technically at. Happiness will go down to 6 again. You come back in, well, let's scrap that light because we need the materials to build another guard post. You lose another happiness when you scrap that light, so you're now down to 4. So the thing I'm on the like, I built a light, it adds 1 happiness. I destroy the light, it takes happiness away. I get that. But there's nothing that is constantly adding happiness. But there are things that can constantly take happiness away. So at some point, at some point there's going to be like, all right, let's just build 1,000 lights because we got to bring the happiness up. But then you have to keep those 1,000 lights all the time because as soon as you take one away, you lose that happiness that it created.
I'm sure if we build 1,000 lights, it would be an attraction.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think, yeah.
And talking about some, like, maybe passive happiness generation if, like, they have a surplus of food or something like that. They have, like, double the food or something like that. And
So that's actually already handled. The surplus food gets added to the stockpile. If we do surplus food as to happiness, it can't go to the stockpile. It can only affect one or the other as a surplus. It only affects happiness when it's in deficit, and it only affects the stockpile when it's in excess. So I get what you're saying. That would be a great way, but then you're getting more out of it than you're supposed to.
Gotcha. Is there some kind of stockpile stat or something, or is that just it just gives a stockpile?
Let's see if you can see all that now.
yeah, it's got more info.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess
Lots.
it wasn't updating. I was adding it. I had to lock it and reshare it to push you the fresh record. So yeah, your stockpile is just a storage thing. And so if their generated food is below people, then they can take 2 pieces of food out of the stockpile to prevent the decrease in happiness for that day.
Maybe we can just bend excess food in the stockpile to have like a bonfire, party kind of deal. We just need their happiness a little bit higher up. Something like that.
I do like that idea. Like, do a special event to increase happiness. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody likes parties.
Yeah, and it doesn't break. It doesn't break any of the other mechanics, which is good. Yeah, that's certainly something we can. Whenever you guys want to do it, we'll do it as a in context each time. It's something you guys can do, but depending on what you describe to me, what you're going to do, I'll come up with a number or decide what dice to roll to determine how much happiness it generates. So we won't set a fast rule for it. It'll just be like, all right, depending on what you describe, we'll generate it. It does look like the actual maximum happiness is 20, actually.
Okay. So, okay. And then, is there a maximum on people?
Yes,
Or any-
10 plus the charisma modifier of the leader.
And that's if you look at Raven's Nest and go to notes, it's in there. If you need to reference it.
Oh, okay. 10 plus charisma of leader plus bonus.
You can get bonuses from perks, which is why I didn't want y'all to level up last time until I had those perks actually into the system.
Ooh. Okay. I'll have to start looking at that.
Right, so I'm looking at the settlement's attributes in the rulebook. It says a settlement will have a happiness score between 1 and 20. A settlement's happiness will be low if the needs of its people are not met, and it will be high if the settlement's needs are met or even exceeded. A higher happiness may even result in some parts of the settlements operating more effectively. So that does indicate to me that there is somewhere, I gotta find it, but somewhere there is a increase the happiness because the needs are met / exceeded. Probably on the exceeded side. Like meeting it is just gonna not move happiness at all because you're doing the bare minimum, but exceeding it should, and that paragraph indicates it should. So I'll be continuing to look for that.
Okay.
Yeah, and since well, I'm sure it's actually already factored in, but since there's like a bunch of water, that might qualify as exceeding it, or it might be just we're not. It's that high because there's effectively an infinite supply. It's just not all at once.
Yeah, that's not an all at once. That's I put it in at 100 because Ravenwatch itself has a military grade water purification system installed, and you have a very a underground river of sorts that's supplying your little lake up there. I don't know. Have you ever seen the map of Ravenwatch, Eugene? If not, I'm going to share it out right now. I don't know if you've seen it or not yet.
Yes, I have. Oh,
You
wow,
have?
Mike's being weird. Sorry. Yeah, I've seen
Okay.
it before. The first session I was saw it.
Okay. So there's a small, I guess I couldn't even call it a lake. It's a pond.
Yeah.
In the top left corner of Ravenwatch, that is fed by an underground. We'll call it an underground ocean. I don't know the proper terms for any of that.
Spring.
But spring. Okay. Yeah. So and then Ravenwatch has that military grade water purification system, which has essentially purified. The way it's installed, it's actually purifying the water as it comes out of the spring and fills up the pond area, and then it flows down that river that's been there forever. The only thing that is new is like the military put in the purification. This pond and spring has been there forever, and that river flows all the way down to Raven's Nest. So the water 100 is there just to indicate, look, they don't have any trouble finding water as long as Ravenwatch is operating. Raven's Nest has all the water they need. So you're never going to have troubles. Again, as long as Ravenwatch is operating, you're never going to have troubles with happiness because of water at Raven's Nest.
Alright.
To some degree, we could call it an excess. But I wouldn't if we do find rules or we create rules for excess affecting happiness, I'm going to have to change that from 100 because that's over the top.
Yeah, because I can see right now that being like, yeah, I'll put up with a little bit of extra stuff, extra crap I got to deal with here that might not be great because I've got this nice steady source of water, but it's not like I can see a stockpile of 100 water. If for whatever reason this gets contaminated, it's all gone all at once.
Yeah. That does remind me. I'm going to have to look at because there are stockpile rules for water, so they can stockpile some, which means I'll probably have to change it from 100 anyway.
Yeah, but I guess if they stockpile it, there's got to be somebody that's doing that, or some kind of mechanism that's doing that. So
yes,
we'd have to assign somebody to do that. It just doesn't automatically happen.
At the moment, you don't have enough people to do that. Correct.
Right.
But
right.
at some point you will.
Yeah.
Going to the river and
because
picking a handful when they're thirsty.
Yeah, I mean, they have access to, however much you're going to, and maybe, something like 25 or so, you have access to, because by the time it reaches there, it's probably not a big, thing.
I'm trying to remember, did we patch the wall where that toxic waste, whatever was coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was day one kind of thing.
Yeah, just... That was fun getting across.
start giving them orders, and then we maybe try to find that stalker. We can find a stalker nest.
Yeah, finding the stalker's den. Get to it.
Okay. All right. Well, going after the stalkers at this point is not within our timetable.
No.
So but I think you guys could come up with what do you want them to go and build, create their orders for the time that you're going to be away, and then we'll begin wrapping it up after that.
So we have one extra person, basically, right?
Yeah, you got one extra person. If you queue up more than one building to be built, you can tell them what order to build them in, and it'll just go to them in order.
Gotcha. Well, definitely the other watchtower. Would that increase our defense? Or would you have to have a person to be assigned to it?
From the way I read it, the person, you have to have a person patrolling. That gives you one defense, and then it's increased. Let me go back to it just to be certain. Guard. An armed member of the community patrols a settlement, adding +1 to defense that day. This bonus is increased if the settlement has any guard posts or towers. So yes, if you add another guard post, him patrolling is +1, and each guard post is +1 each. So you could bring it up to the actual 3 by ordering another one built.
We definitely want to do that.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So I'm going to go into edit here. And which direction?
I think.
I'm a visual person, so I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
Eugene
you already
identified the east and south as being the most potential, and you got the south one
Okay.
built.
All right, well, then the east, I guess. Yes.
Yep, we'll go east.
All right. We'll put 2 days on that for starters.
And then,
Okay.
I guess another garden plot or two.
Okay. I'm gonna do something here because the garden plots are getting. I can't move these objects around, so the garden plots are sparsed out in between guard posts and everything. So I'm gonna create a new structure here that will just house all the garden plots, and then put object.
Sorry about
This is going to be plot 1. And then underneath plot 1 will be its things. So that's going to be a melon, another object, and then mute fruits for the other 3. There's some definite changes I would recommend for these things. Plot 2.
Significant changes, yes.
Yeah, I mean, for certain parts of it, it works really well. And then there's other parts where it's like, could do better. All right, so are you sure you want to add more garden plots? Because each garden plot can have 4 crops in it. Each settler can only manage 6 crops per day.
Basically, what I would hope, is that eventually we'll have, at least another hand show up. How many, can we, I look at you think You think we could get one of the Brotherhood guys to come over and help them for about a week or so?
That's not up to me. We would have to check and see. They might be able to aid in defense. Not sure how many Brotherhood or gardeners.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right about that.
I would probably suggest you seem to have enough food at the moment. Maybe instead of a second garden plot, we have them start looking for materials for me to build them some turrets.
As a aside, so you know what you got for turrets, the machine gun turret, the most basic one, cheapest one, is 8 common, 4 uncommon, and 1 rare. The settlers, when they scavenge, they can find common materials and uncommon materials and rule effects. They cannot find rare materials. They rely entirely on the players for rare materials.
If they broke down the junk, could they get rare materials out of that?
I'll allow that to some degree, but that usually because you guys actually have to do dice rolls to be able to do that.
Yeah, we can get very rare materials from Raven Watch.
Yeah, and you wrote a machine or a bat file for that, didn't you, Eugene?
Yes, believe I sent that to you. Should be an EXE.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember if you can remember. Are you guys able to make rare materials when you start breaking down junk?
Yes, as long as I'm doing it or I'm involved due to Scrapper.
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
you guys will be the only way to get the rare materials.
Okay.
And as far as them breaking junk down, I'm only going to let them break down junk into common materials.
That's fine.
And it will be a day's job for however many, up to say 20 per day. All right, so you're going to go with a third plot. I did add. Once I figured out that they actually divided the harvest by 2 to give you the food, I added a second plot, garden plot, with the appropriate amount. So you have 6 crops right now, 1 melon, 5 mute fruits, and you have 2 empty spots on the second plot. Are you going to give them the order to prepare a third plot?
We do that with people who end up crops.
Well, I mean, the plot can be there without crops in it. It's just ready for whenever somebody gets there, and all the plots or all the crops in one plot takes 1 day to plant them. So you can have all 4 planted in 1 day by 1 person. So if somebody shows up, they're like, oh hey, go plant new fruits over there, and they'll have it.
I mean, that's basically prepping for more people is really
I think leaving it empty is the way to do it. I would not put anything in it yet.
yeah. Either that or another guard post. So.
Well, you've already got a guard. Well, you got your second guard post going up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't know how many we can do. Are there any other structures? Without. Is there a list somewhere, or?
In the. What do you mean? A list of what you already have? Possible structures?
Possible. Yes.
Small shack, medium shack, large shack. Rooms within buildings is private room, dormitory, quarters, lounge, storage, office. Power, windmill, solar, small generator, medium generator, large generator, fusion reactor, power pylon. That's how you would move power from one place to another. Lights and radio beacon. Defense, guard post, siren, machine gun turret, heavy machine gun turret, laser turret, heavy laser turret, shotgun turret, spotlight turret. resources, water pump, powered water pump, water purifier, industrial water purifier, garden plot that can hold up to 4 crops, and then crops themselves, scavenging station, trade caravan post, Brahmin feed trough. Stores. You have a trading stand, trading shop, trading emporium, first aid station, clinic, surgery center, crafting tables, armor workbench, chemistry station, cooking station, power armor station, weapons workbench, robot workbench. And that's it.
So water wheel as a generator isn't an option.
They got the windmill. I would allow it with the same specs as the windmill. The windmill provides 3 power.
Okay.
And because this is a very small river with another like half the size of the pond that's at Raven Watch is what you have here at Raven's Nest. So it's not a very powerful flow of water. I think, yeah, 3 power is about what you could get out of one down here.
Yeah, and I was thinking
good.
like a interim and emergency power supply. We still need to build the pylons, and this could be in case some raiders cut the line. A way to get them to maintain for a couple of things.
Yeah, I was thinking of a windmill, but yeah, totally the same difference. What would it take to build, like a water wheel, what have you?
Making it over to there. 15 common materials and 16 uncommon.
All right. So we need to bring some materials down. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't think power is in the first set of orders here.
No, but
Unless you guys delay going after the Phantom Stalkers.
No. It's not that important as of yet.
Okay. All right. So what I've got right now is guard
A
post.
A siren? What's that?
Siren is 10 common, 6 uncommon.
Poopy.
yeah, and requires power.
Oh, I didn't know it required power. My apologies.
Yeah,
It requires power.
that was one of the things also is I know
Okay.
applying real
Yeah.
world versus game
Yeah, no worries.
thing here is like if you have an air raid siren at fairly close range, you can basically drive off most anything with better than human hearing. Which I'm sure game-wise that means nothing, but or if they're determined enough they don't care. But still.
All right. So what I got right now is you're adding another guard post. That's 2 days. Is that the first priority?
Yeah.
And then let's put that in there. That's P1. A new garden plot number 3, but no crops in it yet. Is that priority 2?
Yeah.
P2. Anything else? Although there's not much else. There's guard posts and garden plots is really the only things you can effectively
Right.
build right now without bringing in more resources.
Another shack.
You do
'Cause,
have one small shack that is empty right now.
Oh, okay. Because I eventually want to, get some Brahmin and start trading.
That will
whatever-
be
Whatever we need for that.
It'll be a little while. The trade, the trade caravan post is 5 common materials. And then the Brahmin feeding trough is 10 common materials. It can feed up to 2 Brahmin. Let's see. Page 54. Trading income. Yeah, so while you got the materials to do it, you don't have the people to man it.
Got it.
So, just friendly recommendation from the GM: focus on like building up a few more like self-sufficient type things, and bring in some more settlers, and then branch out into the money-making stuff. It's going to require some investing on your part to
Yeah,
get
that's
this
fine.
all going.
All right. Basically, as part of that, I was trying to get like, how can we get some of these rare materials back to Raven's Nest from Raven's Watch without it taking our time to do that?
Yep. Nope. It will take your time.
Gotcha.
That's one thing. It's they are reliant on you for anything above the uncommon.
Well, I mean, like, just have somebody, one of those guys, go over to Raven's Watch and pick up the stuff and then take it back. But that might be like dangerous. So, never mind. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for today then. We got those things queued up. That's all ready to go. And next session, next Saturday, the regular, this puts us back on the regular schedule. Everybody still good with that?
Yeah.
As far as I know.
And then we'll see everybody then. Thanks for watching. I know that this is a let's get the settlements built session.
Yes.
It's all part of it. It's all part of it. So we'll see everybody next time. Thanks for watching. Yes.
Let's see.
Oh, I was just gonna say,
On stream,
yeah, it
off
wasn't a
stream?
very, what? Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, not very exciting, but fun. I enjoy doing all this little stuff. So.
It's all part of it.
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I did want to mention something before the server gets dropped. Clash, you'd mentioned wanting the PDF for the rulebook.
Yes.
If you go to models